Motorola just broke the #1 rule of physics. They made a phone thinner than your fingernail, then somehow stuffed an even bigger battery inside. Engineers say this should not be possible. So what is really going on here? Before I reveal how they did it, smash that like button if you love tech that breaks the rules, and subscribe because I am testing this phone the second it drops. Here is what is happening. December 15th, that is when India gets access to something the rest of the world does not have. The Motorola Edge 70 launched globally 2 months ago, thinnest phone of the year, but the Indian version, it is different, and nobody saw this coming. The global model has a 4800 mAh battery packed into a body that is just 5.99 millimeters thick. To put that in perspective, that is thinner than 4 credit cards stacked together. Most phones that thin die by lunchtime, but here is where it gets weird. Leaks are saying the Indian version has an even larger battery, same thickness, more power. That defies basic physics, right? Now, I will explain how they pulled this off in a second, but first you need to know what else this phone is hiding, because the battery is not even the most impressive part. Let us talk about that screen. 6.7 inches of pure OLED beauty, but not just any OLED. This is a P-OLED panel with 1220 by 2712 resolution that is sharper than most laptop displays. 120Hz refresh rate means scrolling feels like butter, but here is the insane part, 4,500 nits of peak brightness. Why does that matter? Go outside right now in direct sunlight, try to read your phone, you are probably squinting, right? This phone, you will see every pixel like you are indoors. That is brighter than most flagship phones that cost twice as much. And get this, the price is under 35,000 rupees. That is around $420. For context, phones with these specs usually start at double that price. Samsung charges more for less. Apple does not even play in this category. So either Motorola is losing money on every unit or they figured out something the competition has not. Now let us talk power. Inside is the Snapdragon 7 Generation 4 chip. Think of this as the engine of the phone. It is not the absolute fastest chip on the market, but here is what makes it special. It is incredibly efficient. That means it does more work while using less battery. It is like getting a car that has 300 horsepower but somehow gets 50 miles per gallon, paired with 12 gigabytes of RAM. What does that mean in normal terms? You can have Instagram, YouTube, Chrome with 20 tabs, a game, and your camera app all running at the same time, and nothing slows down. Zero lag, zero waiting. Storage, you get either 256 or 512 gigabytes. That is enough space for literally thousands of photos, hundreds of apps, and your entire music library without ever seeing that dreaded storage full message. But wait, because the camera system is where this gets really interesting. Most phones in this price range cut corners on cameras. Not this one. Triple 50 megapixel setup. Let me break that down. Main camera, 50 megapixels with optical image stabilization. That is a physical mechanism that compensates for shaky hands. Your night photos actually look good instead of blurry messes. Ultra wide camera, also 50 megapixels, and it doubles as a macro lens. You can photograph landscapes or get so close to a flower you can see individual pollen grains. Selfie camera, 50 megapixels. Most phone companies put garbage sensors on the front. Motorola did not. Your video calls will look professional. And here is something nobody is talking about. This phone launches with Android 16, not Android 14, not 15, the absolute latest version that will not even be available on most phones until mid-2025. Plus, Motorola promises 4 years of major operating system updates. That means this phone will still get the newest Android features in 2029. Most phones are obsolete in 2 years. This one has a 4-year lifespan guaranteed. So let us circle back to that impossible battery situation. How did they actually do it? Well, there are 3 possibilities. 1, they developed a new battery chemistry that packs more energy into less space. Silicon carbonate batteries are becoming a thing, and they hold 20 to 30% more charge in the same volume. 2, they completely reimagined the internal layout. Maybe they removed air gaps, made components thinner, or stacked things differently. 3, they are using efficiency tricks. Better software optimization, more efficient chip, smarter power management that makes a slightly bigger battery feel way bigger. But here's what is driving me crazy. Motorola has not confirmed any of this. The leaks just say larger battery, same thickness. That is it. No explanation, no technical details, nothing. So I have a theory, and I want to know if you agree. Drop a comment below. Do you think they are using silicon carbon battery technology, or is this